My name is Zuraina Zarin. I'm representing ECOLOO Group, and I'm from ECOLOO, Malaysia. We have established ECOLOO to address world's pressing issues, such as water sanitation issues, women, dignity issues, health, hygiene issues, and environmental issues. There are, we have traveled across the world to present our product, our special sanitation system to solve the problems. When I first met Mr. Imad Agi a year ago, I was already giving talks on motivation, and I also did a lot of adventures, such as mountain climbing, all this kayaking, diving, and stuff like that. And I also did a lot of green activities with my friends, my good friends, the greenest men on earth, if you have heard of Mr. Gerber. But we did a lot of tree planting and recycling, reducing, and stuff like that. But I never crossed my mind that sanitation is also one of the environmental issues. It's a big issue that no one touched about it. Yeah? So I did my research the last 1 year, and I was kind of shocked to see that there are actually 2.5 billion people across the world do not have proper toilets. Believe it or not, especially those countries in the developing countries, such as India, Pakistan, and so forth. Yeah. So I believe there's more than tree planting. So at the same time, while I was doing my mountain climbing, when I was climbing in Everest region, I did come across several toilets, the most pit latrines, and to my surprise, the poo was never treated. There's a mountain of, if you don't mind if I use the word, mountain of shit on top of the Himalayan mountains. You know, I hate to see people pollute the environment. The river get polluted as you go down from the top, or if you go down to the top. The river from the top is blue, and it becomes green and brown and becomes darker and darker. Same thing with the air that we breathe, you know. So I think it's a call for me to create awareness, even through this toilet. It's amazing if you know that this special toilet is invented by who is my business partner and buddy, who has simple solution to this whole problem. We don't use water to flush. People wonder why, how on earth are you going to flush? Why do we need to flush in the first place? Because each time we flush, we use 1 to 4 liters of water per flush. Sometimes we flush first before we use the toilet. And then we use the toilet and we flush again. And you just imagine how many times you go to the toilet a day. Sometimes it's just to pee, do small business. And yet the water that we consumed is huge. And it's clean water we're talking about. And there are places where they don't have any water. We just launched our ECOLOO Africa a few months ago, and the response was amazing. They have slum areas everywhere, and they use flying toilets. I was wondering what this flying toilet is all about. They just poo, and they just throw it. You know, like, sometimes it just splash in front of you, you know? You don't realize that. They have big issues on this. And they even invited me to create awareness in their country, but I believe I should start from my own country first, at least, you know. So before we continue, let me introduce to my special friend who invented this toilet about 10 years ago, who had gone through a lot of sacrifices, research and development, and he has been in construction business and focused on toilets. And he had invented this and already installed in Sweden for the last 4, 5, 6 years. And it's amazing to see the results. Let me introduce you to the innovator, Mr. Imad Agi, please.
Thank you, Zuraina. Nice to meet you all. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that we could manage it to come to Malaysia and launch Malaysia. We are represented in some countries, 3 African countries now. Kenya is the head office for all Africa, and also Somalia and Ghana, and more to come very soon. Our production line is in Korea, Busan. We have mass production plant there. And our head office is in Sweden. And my partner, Zuraina, is the one who is the CEO for ECOLOO Malaysia. The issues which Zuraina has just talked about is obvious. There are a lot of issues which is related to women, dignity, water issues, sanitation, environmental issues, even political issues actually. And the food security issues is regarding the fertilizer which we don't take care of in terms of waste. Our waste is actually money. It's fertilizer. This is how the toilet look like, and you are very welcome to visit our booth later on. It's on B003, right? And 4. You can try to sit on the toilet and have some shoot, like I did here. This is how it's easy to use the toilet. It's very convenient and easy to release. And it's 2 chambers, 2 layer. The waste is going through one single hole, as you do naturally. The only difference is that you don't need to flush. But we have created actually a dry flush system where you can move the waste underneath, left, right, up, down, and so on, so you don't see the waste. And then you can just use also the water for washing, cleaning, and so on, and dump it in the loo, in the same box. That will not create any kind of problem for the system. It's a bacteria which treat the waste, so the liquid material, our waste, convert into fertilizer and collect on the bottom chamber, where you collect as ready-to-use fertilizer in a few hours. But you don't need to remove it immediately. It takes about a month before it's full, because that fertilizer is very concentrated form. Most of the urine is water, which is evaporated in the system and used by the bacteria to grow. And the rest is the fertilizer, which is bacteria-free, odor-free. You spread with 10 times water after collection, used for the agriculture. The solid waste, the poo, together with paper, cellulose, everything which you dump in the system, except chemical, of course, which can damage the bacteria, is treated by our good bacteria formula and turned into ashes, which means that you don't need to remove the waste for the next 20 years. And when you do that, it's still fertilizer, full of nutrients. So this is the difference between actually the fertilizer you buy in the market, which is artificial, and our fertilizer, which is not the nutrition itself, which is full of nutrients. Doesn't harm the soil year after year after year, opposite to the other one which you buy in the market, which is artificial and destroy the environment. As I told you here, it looks like this one. And you can have it also for any type of, this outdoor. You can have it indoor. We have also model where it's corner type. You can have it in any African home or any home you don't have a toilet or room. Just put it there, place and use. No connection to any pipe systems, no digging, nothing at all. Just connect the fan and up and running. Um, so it's, as I told you, the flash system here. This is where you, why it's unique. It's odor-free. The bacteria also terminate the odor, and the ventilation system also terminate the rest of the odor which is left if the bacteria fail to do that. No plumbing, no pollution, because it's totally enclosed system. You can use it also in hotels by connecting vacuum pump, for example, to our unit in the basement. So it doesn't need any kind of infrastructure. This is decentralized solution. It's durable, it's affordable, very simple to use, like 1, 2, 3, just do your business and go. You don't even need to actually dry flush, because it's just, it takes time before the waste is growing. So the maintenance, the people who are making the maintenance of the unit can do the flushing later on. But we just create it because people ask, where's the flush? How do I flush? All right, be my guest, flush now. It can be for any kind of purposes, like disaster areas, any place where you really need a toilet, where you don't have access to water, neither to any kind of energy, or you don't need to have any maintenance, because the maintenance is also very costly. It's strong material, FRP. It's kind of coated fiberglass, and we can produce it with other material like polyethylene. As you see, we sit all together here with our African partners, and it's still, yeah, not damaged yet. This is how it looks like, the new model. And you see this one here, where you put your feet on. That creates kind of comfort for releasing the waste. You don't have any problem with your knees or your other stuff. You choose your structure. If you have, if there is any kind of projects, we develop the product according to the requirements. So it's a toilet in a box. It's a technology. It's no collection. It's a treatment. We have a semi-finished like this one. And as I told before, you can have the unit like this one in a corner there, have a curtain, and you have a toilet up and running. You don't need to dig here. You just connect the fan somewhere here, and that's it. If you connect 4 of this, like this one in a honeycomb, then it's outdoor suddenly. So it's very convenient. We have it also for kiosk and shelter, and we have also actually created also ECOLOO wagon, where you can use even water, recycling the water which is used for washing the hands in the system. So this is the first in the world which is total recycling system, toilet system. This is a shelter to create socio-economic effect, and especially for in Africa and for countries where you give the people the opportunity to get a home, a business, and at the same time a toilet, not only for themselves but also as a business opportunity for them to create money. So is it understood? Not. No one understand any stuff I said? Understood? Hello? Understood? Yeah, good. Oh. Well, just to make it sure that you understood right here, I will just try to the flow chart about the ecosystem. This is the toilet, which I'll talk about. The human waste, including the urine, is dumped here in the ECOLOO upper chamber. The bacteria is inserted once a month. The airflow is going here, and the the system separates the urine and the excreta automatically. You don't need to do that. And treat each one separately. So the urine is going through nitrification process. Water and carbon dioxide is evaporated. And this is the nitrification process create the fertilizer which I'm talking about. It's odor-free, bacteria-free. Gravity collected in the bottom chamber. Monthly collection go to organic agriculture after mixing that with 10 times water because it's very concentrated form. It's salty material. Regarding the solid waste, if you would like to have flush system, it's okay. Dry flush system here is okay. Otherwise, you go direct to treatment process and create, it will become ashes. So the volume reduction is 95%. You don't need to remove it in 20 years. And when you remove it, it's organic agriculture. What we talk about the ECOLOO wagon, so if you would like to have water for hygienic purposes, fine. You have fresh water supply, you get it to a water tank which stands over the gray water tank. And that's to create gravity pull, to push it to the toilet, for example, here to clean, to wash, or to clean hands at the hand wash basin. When you wash your hands, gravity again grow to the tank which is located under the first one. So when it's collected here, we use ecological water purification system from Sweden also to pump up the water which is purified, which actually can be called drinking water according to WHO, again in the system to be reused. So this is the whole ecosystem for ECOLOO. So it's very convenient if contractors are willing to deal with the ecosystem or have some kind of solutions with sustainable for sanitation to deal with and distributors and so on. Would like to do it this locally so we can create business opportunities for the people, inclusive business models, engage donors, governmental bodies and so on to create the very sustainable system. Just to mention here that if you have a loo and you don't have a loo at an event, what would that affect? How long do you stay in an event? As you see here, if you have a loo and you have 4-hour events with or without children, you see the difference that people will stay longer if you have a loo. If it's 8 hours, the same also here. People will stay longer if they have a loo. Otherwise, they have to rush home and do their business. It's really uncomfortable to hold it. For your attention. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Collection, right? Monthly collection of the waste. Then how will you do that? And is it right now? Is it possible in Malaysia, or I don't think so? It's happening.
Well, we have just launched Malaysia, so it will be available very soon in the market in Malaysia. We have some kind of projects to follow up. Regarding the collection of the waste, or you mean the fertilizer, right? The back side of the unit, we have a valve where you insert a pump, a manual pump, and pump out this one. And it's very safe because it's bacteria free and odor free. So you do it once a month, you pump out the fertilizer, we buy it from you. We close the loop. So we buy your waste. And we can treat it also with the bacteria. And the same way with the bacteria, you add it once a month. So it's 10 minutes maintenance per month to do the whole thing, and you earn money. So that the return on investment would be like 5 to 10 years. After that, it's free of charge. You just earn money.
What type of material do you use to build the loo thing? Material. What type of material?
That's special blend. It's like Coca-Cola blend. It's a special blend. It's our
basically
formula.
a secret.
Secret. This is our
Yes,
secret.
a secret, like
It's like
Coca-Cola secret,
Like Coca-Cola blend.
KFC secret. So that's the secret that made out of the ECOLOO.
So one of the
Okay.
secrets.
It's basically their inverted comma recipe.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be more expensive to use ecological or environmental friendly products. This one, if you count the whole cost of the construction, this one is really very, very, very affordable. And you know, it costs a lot of money to make the infrastructure for the building, to connect to the sewage treatment plant, to pump the water, the fresh water, to use in the toilet. That costs money also to purify. Then you use again the water in the toilet and pump it to the sewage treatment plant, which also costs a lot of energy to pump. And then you lose the water there, which you have to purify again. And then you lost even the possibility to get the fertilizer. So it's, if you think about the whole thing, it's creative things to use water to flush the waste with. So it's affordable. It's very good solution to any building. But if you just think about the hardware, which you just buy the toilet or you buy the toilet at home, of course you cannot do this comparison.
So is currently in Malaysia any case study already?
This one, we just launched Malaysia, as I told you. So we are going to have our first shipment in a few months.
First shipment in few months. So it's going to be launched. Is there any official launching later on in Malaysia?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In November.
Yeah.
Okay. So if anyone want to stay tuned with the launching in Malaysia, so I think they have to get more information on your booth, right? So
Yes,
the
sure.
booth is at?
Sorry?
Your booth.
And B003.
Oh, B003 and
That
B004 in Hall
5.
5. Towards
direction.
the end. So
Yeah, the
if
end,
you'd like
yeah.
to just keep in touch with them,
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
for more any private information.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much to the founder and chairman and CEO of ECOLOO Group. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.